Welcome back, first grade. You made it. You are here at the sixth 6 weeks. We are so excited. I want to take a minute to thank you for making social studies a priority this year. I appreciate all you do, and just thank you so much for all that you have done for the students here in Birdville. Now, let's talk about what you're teaching this upcoming 6 weeks. First, we look at your unit overview, and you only have one unit this time around. What you have is we're doing a service learning project. So, our key concepts and understandings in this unit would be that good citizens help their community. A decision-making process can be used to identify a situation that requires a decision. A decision-making process can be used to gather information, identify options, and predict consequences. And a decision-making process can be used to help citizens take action to implement a decision. Some of your guiding questions might include, how might good citizens help their community? What are some problems in our school and or community? How can good citizens plan to serve their community? And really our suggestions are that the students vote on a service learning project to participate in and follow through the steps of that project in order to make a difference in their community or school. So we have your vocabulary here: decision making, community, implement, options, predict, research, service. And I have resources. I want to stop and talk to you about this because we do have the Scott Forsman book. You have a couple of examples of some kids' kitchen, some citizen heroes, but I've also given you a lot of opportunities in these websites for you to look through service learning projects. In addition to that, I've included a literature list for service learning projects, so you might want to look at something like that. Now let's go back to our unit overview and look at a suggested pacing guide. Your suggested pacing guide that I have for you is that you would spend about 10 days researching what is the service learning project. And this is really where you're going to talk about what is a citizen, how do citizens help the community, what do other people do for service learning projects, and all of that. Then you need a day where you're really voting on which one you think the class could participate in, and then you participate in it. Now, I want to show you this as well. What I've given you under each one of these, when I say use that decision-making process or identify a problem-solving process, I actually have something for you that I've included here. I have a service learning project problem solution chart. I'm kind of skipping ahead to this, but I want you to take a look at this. This might be something that you could use when you're trying to decide what service learning project you would do. So you might look at several and then talk about what is the problem, what are the causes, what are the effects, and what would be some solutions. I think this would be a great worksheet for you to use when you're trying to decide and make the decision about what to look at. So this is a process I definitely want to get out to you. Now let's look over here at each one of the TEKs. This is about identifying characteristics of good citizenship. So, this is that beginning piece about the characteristics of a good citizen. They care for others. They could create and implement a service project. This needs to meet a real community need. We want to integrate it into and enhance the curriculum. We want to coordinate this with a community agency, a school, a class, or someone, and we really want to help foster civic responsibility. And we want to make sure that students are involved in the decision-making process. We want to make sure that they know the continuous improvement tools that they would use to make sure they're doing the right thing, as well as what ideas do we have to help with these problems. And remember that what you need is time, talent, and treasure. So I have some sample assessments, which is to write a narrative about the service learning project the class participated in and include at least 2 characteristics that showed they were being good citizens. I have proposed at least 3 ways you can help others in community in a foldable, and draw a picture and write a sentence about what was drawn, and list and justify with a written explanation an issue they are concerned about in their school or in their neighborhood. This talks about using the decision-making process, and my sample assessment here is that you have students make a flowchart about the steps they took when deciding and implementing a service learning project so that they can really see how this worked out and how they made decisions along the way that were critical in the effectiveness of that decision. And that we want to use a problem-solving process, so we have them once again flowchart several different options using the attached problem solution flowchart and then vote on which one they'd like to participate in. Now when we go up to that top one, I just want to also tell you I have websites here with lesson plans, and I even have what is a service learning project PowerPoint. This might be something that you want to use as you're going through what ways you want to talk about service learning. It's a short PowerPoint, but it does go over. It's already made for you. It's something that you can use. This is your 6 weeks. What I love about this unit for you, first grade, is that you have had many things that have happened to this point where we have really dug in, I know, this year and said, please do this, please do that. This is your opportunity to make this your own, to make it relevant for your students and to give them something where they really feel like they get to be citizens in action. I wish you the best of luck. If you need anything, please do not hesitate to call me, and I hope you have a terrific 6 weeks. And from the bottom of my heart, I want to thank you for all you've done for your students this year. I feel blessed to work with you. Have a great summer.